Keep smiling or you're sleeping outside tonight, my mom said while someone from Child Protective Services knocked on our front door. We'd been filming our morning routine for the 13th time because I kept blinking wrong. My face ached from holding the same smile since 6 a.m., and the ring lights had burned fresh marks up both my arms. My mom yanked my sleeves down over the burns before she opened the door. My dad grabbed my school workbook off the counter and shoved it under the couch. The woman at the door held up a badge and introduced herself as Melinda. A viewer sent us screenshots of bruises and burns on your daughter from your recent videos. My mom walked around behind Melinda where only I could see her face twist into a silent threat. I smiled with all my teeth showing. Everything is amazing here. I love making videos with my parents every single day. Melinda swiped to a photo on her tablet and held it up. Then why do you have a black eye covered with makeup in this video from last week? I hit a doorknob because I'm clumsy and my mom helped me cover it so viewers wouldn't worry. Melinda looked at me and back at my parents. She's 10. Why isn't she in school right now? My mom cut in fast. She doesn't need school. She makes more money than most adults. Show me her schoolwork. My mom just stared at her. We don't waste time on books when she could be filming. Melinda stood up straighter. I need to speak with your daughter alone. My dad stepped forward, but Melinda held up her badge. Refuse and I call the police. Your choice. They went into the kitchen, but left the door cracked open. Melinda put a piece of paper in my hands. Read this out loud for me. I stared at the page for a long time and just held it up and smiled. I love reading. She put a pen in my hand. Write your name for me. My hand hovered over the paper, but I couldn't remember how to spell it. Everything is perfect, I whispered, and my eyes went to the cracked door. Melinda leaned in close enough that only I could hear. I'm getting them out of this room. She stood up and opened the kitchen door. Leave this house completely, or I call for backup right now. My dad slammed the front door on his way out. She sat back down and looked at me. Where do you sleep? My jaw ached from smiling all day, and my eyes burned. In the basement. I walked her downstairs to a concrete floor with 2 thin blankets and no pillow. Melinda photographed everything and rolled my sleeves up and looked at the burns running up both arms. How did these happen? The lights get really hot during filming. She went straight to my parents and pulled out her phone. Your daughter can't read. She can't write her name. She's covered in burns and she sleeps on concrete. I am removing her from your care right now. My dad gripped the door frame. This kid is our property, and we own everything she makes. Melinda held the phone closer to his face. 2 officers showed up 20 minutes later, and my aunt was right behind them. She knelt down in front of me and wrapped both arms around my shoulders. You never have to smile for a camera again. I opened the door for my Amazon delivery driver. Do you live here alone? I immediately got a bad feeling because most men only ask that to see if they can attack you, so I lied. No, I live here with my boyfriend. He just went out for groceries, but he'll be back at any second now. He looked past me into my apartment. He spoke in broken English. There's no boyfriend here, I think. I think you lie. I think you live alone. I just wanted him to leave, so I reached for the package. Okay, thanks, bye. He pulled the package back. Wait, I was extremely scared and didn't care about the package anymore. I just wanted him to leave, so I slammed the door and turned the deadbolt thinking that would solve the problem. But 15 minutes later, when I peeked through the blinds, his white van was still parked outside my house. Our eyes met, and adrenaline started pumping through my body. I knew I needed to hide, so I dropped below the window. And that's when my phone buzzed with a text from the delivery driver. Get in delivery van, I show you something. Goosebumps ran down my arms. I was about to call the cops when a second text came in. You not safe there alone. Please trust. Very urgent. I texted back, leave or I'm calling the police. That's when I heard footsteps in my bedroom. I was home alone, so I was convinced it was the Amazon delivery driver entering my home. I grabbed a kitchen knife and crept down the hall. I pushed my bedroom door open. When I opened it, I saw the Amazon delivery driver making his way through my window, still clutching my package. Get out of my house, I screamed, pointing the knife at his face. He raised his hands above his head. Ma'am, I had to come inside. You left package outside. I couldn't understand what was going on. Why would he break into my home just to deliver a package? Was there a bomb inside it? A weapon? Take it and crawl back out. I don't care about the package anymore. His shoulders slumped. He pointed at my floor. You don't understand. Someone is here. You must get out. You are in danger. I still didn't know what was going on, but that's when I heard it. Multiple footsteps underneath my apartment. It sounded like there were dozens of people running around. Was the Amazon delivery driver in on it? I bolted into the guest room, slammed the door, and shoved the dresser against it. I dialed 911 and whispered to the operator, there's a delivery driver invading my apartment. I stayed barricaded in my guest room until the cops arrived, but once they arrested the delivery driver, he pointed them towards the backyard, telling them to dig down. We were all extremely confused, but I needed to know what was going on. Okay, let's do it. The cops dug for 10 minutes before their shovel had hit something hollow. They cleared the dirt off and pulled up a wooden hatch the size of a door. A ladder went straight down into the dark. We all climbed down, and right underneath my house was an entire apartment, a furnished apartment, with electricity stolen from my lines and plumbing tapped into mine. A family of 4 had been squatting there for months. The delivery driver explained everything. When he walked up to deliver my package, he had seen someone's face peek out from underground. The whole time he was trying to get me out of the house before something bad happened.